Hello from my mess. I started vlogging really late today because I was editing stuff and I was like, how many times can I show you that? I can't. It's not fun. Anyway, I'm going to clean up this hot mess and I'm going to go and get Franny at school. She has tennis today and she has arts and crafts, and it's at our community center. So I sit there for 2 hours while she's having it. A lot of the parents just drop their kids off, but it's a building with like no locks and only like 3 teachers in it. So like I stay there because it's not like when they're locked in school and there are drills and stuff. I just don't feel like she's safe, you know, like anybody can come and go. So I sit there, but it's great knitting time. So we're going to start the hat if I can get the right size needles. But you know, let me clean myself up and then we will get going. And it's like, it's nice that she has all these activities. I'm very excited because after the pandemic, like I was worried that life would never return to normal. And even though it never will be, this is a lot closer than I ever thought it would get. So I'm going to get dressed and then we're going to go watch Franny Pansels play tennis.
Mommy. Okay, turn around.
What'd you get?
Turn around.
What'd you get?
I got a note.
You're just throwing pieces on the floor?
A sticker. And a hat.
Oh, where did she get this accent from? A hat. Look, it's a Valentine. It's a Galentine. Look, Sammy, happy Galentine's Day. That's from my friend Jessie. Isn't that nice? And look, let me see the heart. Let me see the heart. Heart. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love them. They're so pretty.
There's also a heart on here.
Thanks, Jessie. Can you say thanks,
Thank you, Jessie.
So I'm sorry, I haven't been vlogging a lot today. I basically been sitting in the community center just waiting for Franny to finish tennis and all this other stuff that she does. And then I brought she and her friend home. I'm making pulled chicken. It's just like a quick pan-seared chicken, and I add chicken broth and I pull it apart and we put it in with our tacos and stuff on Taco Tuesday. And would you shut up? Why are you screaming? Sammy! It only does this when people are on the phone or they're videotaping, whatever. Anyway, let me show you what I'm doing. Maybe you guys would want to try it. I have no idea. It's not like a perfect recipe. It's just something I do. And when we're making tacos or that, it's just great to shove in there. Or sometimes you just have a bun, put some cheese on it, some pulled chicken, and some slaw, and it's delicious. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. This is my Le Creuset braiser, but any pan I'm sure will do. Just heat up the pan first. A little bit of olive oil. Throw in some chicken breasts. These are pounded thin, and then I put salt and pepper on them. And wait for it to get these little brown bits in the pan, and now we're gonna flip them. And usually the pan will release the chicken when it's done, but sometimes when you have thin chicken breasts like this, it could burn them. So that's why I'm doing it myself. Well, you curled up, sir. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna let those cook all the way through, and then we're gonna add some chicken broth. So let's make some of that. So you can just use chicken broth like that you have in your pantry, I'm sure. I have some somewhere. Organic chicken broth, no big deal. I always use low sodium because it's just better to regulate the salt yourself, but Andy is allergic to garlic and onions, so we use this stuff called Better Than Bouillon. Now, someone told me this has garlic and onions or something in it that bothers their husband who has the same allergy. This doesn't bother Andy, so don't take my word for it, but you know, if you want to try it yourself, if someone you know has that allergy, this stuff is great because you can make chicken soups out of it and all sorts of stuff you need onions for normally. Anyway, 1 teaspoon to 1 cup of hot water. So the kettle is on, and as soon as the kettle is hot, then I will make that, and we will throw it in with the chicken, and we put the top on for a little while, let it all meld together, and then once it's all sopped up, I turn the heat off and I pull it all together apart with 2 forks. I'll show you. So here's a fun fact. The more that you cook the chicken with the top on like a really, really low flame, the less chance you're gonna overcook it and burn it. All right, so here we go. We've got our tea kettle, my little red one, I love it. And we're gonna do, I'm doing 2 cups. So, 2 cups of water here. Okay. I can't get this open. I know, I'm having a lot of problems today. I got it, okay. So it's like a sludge. It's gross. It's absolutely gross. It's disgusting. So let me reposition the camera. Still can't see me, but whatever. Who cares about me? I mean, who cares about me? So anyway, yeah, it comes in a sludge.
Don't forget me.
You just kind of
Don't forget me.
estimate.
Hello.
Franny, Sammy, you're crazy.
You want to see this camera?
I need a spoon. Can you give me a spoon?
Okay. I'll give you a spoon.
Thanks, Bubs.
You like those ones to stir with? I'll get you candy.
Thank you.
Okay. Mommy.
Okay, so there we have chicken broth. It's a little salty though. So sometimes I put in a little bit of extra water. Let's check our chicken.
And I need to show the vlog something.
Okay, so that's still cooking. You'll know that it's cooked through when there's no more moisture in the pan.
Mommy, I need to show the vlog.
Okay, what's up?
Okay. Put it right here, and I'll show them something.
What is it?
I can actually do this.
What are you doing? That's excellent. You're not supposed to be doing that with an actual pencil, you know. Anyway.
It actually comes out fine.
It does? It comes out? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can still see it. Anyway, ruining that. Yeah, so when you open the pan and it starts to get very, very like the brown bits a lot, that's when you know they're cooked through. Cut open a little bit of the thickest part, see that it's cooked through, and then throw the chicken broth in and cover it again. Keep it on low heat.
Make sure to unsubscribe to the bottom of below and make sure to subscribe with pencil.
Subscribe with a pencil because it's 1902. Okay, so let's see what's doing in here. Okay. Very little moisture left, so let's put in the chicken broth. Okay, so I leave it like askew so that some of the air can get out there. And you want it basically to boil off and just leave the flavor. So I just kind of cover the bottom of the pan. Don't put too much in. If it's not turning into like flavor and it's just staying a liquid, drain it a little bit. I think I put a little too much in. But it basically takes all the brown bits off the bottom of the pan and just puts them into the flavor of it all, and it's delicious. So let it go for a little while. You will not overcook the chicken if it's on low, okay? And just let it evaporate off and then show you how to pull it. Okay, so there isn't much liquid left. So we are going to pull the chicken apart and then we're gonna close the lid again and it's gonna absorb all of the rest of it. Let's taste it. So good. So I'm gonna keep the top off, let a little bit of the liquid that's left evaporate, and then we're done. Super simple. And you can put it in anything. Tacos, or you can make like chicken salad out of it. Oh, I think it's really good. And if the chicken broth you buy doesn't have much flavor, use a bouillon cube and make your own broth, because sometimes they have a lot more flavor. They do have a lot more sodium though, so beware.
Let's do the oven right now.
Okay, go get it.
Okay. I'm hard. Mom, I can't find it.
Okay, I'll find it. So the girls went to bed. I am gonna go do the Advent. Really cold. How is this like cold? Where's the Advent? Let's see, today is day 7. Let's see, a 7. There it is. Let's see. Oh, look at that. I feel like I've opened this before, but I don't know. That's pretty. So that's day 7, I think. Yes. Who knows? When the girls are giving me boxes, I don't know what I'm opening. Anyway, I was doing some knitting at the community center today. Let's go sit with Pooper and we'll go look at my knitting, because I'm making a baby hat for one of the women that's mothers to one of Franny's classmates. She asked me for a baby hat, and I was like, so she found this really cute one with the heart, and I had showed you guys the other day this one, but I bought the wrong weight yarn, so we'll see if we can make it work. It looks really, really small. Let me show you. I need to stop off and get some chocolate on the way. What are you printing?
Receipts for my charitable donations.
Oh, I thought you were printing out a new pattern. It's like the only time we use a printer and we have to return something, do our taxes, or print out a new pattern.
Printing out the patterns are the most fun.
It is so much fun.
White chocolate with...
Get away from me. I bought
You could stuff them in
Your
your mouth,
Nelly.
but as soon as we do, she's videoing and vlogging and
flogging.
stop being so judgmental.
I'm not. My mouth is full of chocolate.
Oh, well, but you didn't say that to your followers.
So I dropped some of my last chocolate on the floor. I missed my mouth. I definitely didn't learn that from my mother. Oh, she's gone. I thought she was going to be like, what? She was gone. Whatever. Of course I did. I bought this bag. I don't know. I have to have holiday themed chocolate at all times. So, something my mom taught me. Giggling. I learned a lot from my mother. A lot of great things. I also have a lot of vices, and one of them is chocolate. We love chocolate. These are good. Oh, mommy. All right, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Mr. Pooper. He's under the blanket. He usually can be found under a blanket with his nose sticking out. So in this house, there are blankets all over the couches, and you have to be careful not to sit on one of them. I started doing it, but I had to cast on DPNs because it's for a baby, so it has to be like real small. But I don't know, is this too small? It looks really small. I don't know. So I'm going to do another round. I'm going to finish this round and see, because it looks really, really small. But I mean, like, you know how they stretch. I mean, it's probably fine. I can always give it to her, and if it doesn't fit, make a bigger one. I mean, it's a baby hat, right? Anyway, I was really proud of myself, because I always feel like when I'm casting on with these, are like a tic-tac-toe board. Hello. And it's not that bad. I thought it was like really, like right here where they connect to knitting the round. I thought it was really loose and it started to look okay. So I'm going to do some of that while I'm keeping Mr. Pooper company. And then we're going to edit some of the podcast. And that's it for today, guys, because that's all I did. I would have liked to have videotaped Franny at tennis a little bit, but I can't. And I'm looking for the remote because my husband always puts the remote over by the TV. Now, does that make any sense? We have fights about this all the time. Like, it's called a remote because it's supposed to be remote, but it's not. It's over by the TV. So I can't even turn it off if I want to while I'm sitting here on the... This makes no sense. Seriously. All right, guys. I'm going to go edit the podcast. I'm going to do a little bit of knitting, watch a little White Lotus, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.